Hey guys, it's your girl Bree Sobers with Impact Atlanta magazine. Today we are going to be shooting a new segment I call Conversation Corner, which is shot from my home. So I'm going to be inviting you guys into my personal space, right? I'm going to have a few of my girlfriends over, and today's topic of conversation is going to be Black relationships. I'm single. Another one of my girlfriends, Star, she's single. Well, Star is a widower, and my friend Tisha has just gotten married. So it is going to be a very interesting conversation once the ladies get here. But before the ladies get here, you guys, there is going to be a segment of the show where I will introduce you guys to some nice little cocktails, ladies, that you can fix at home with your girlfriends. Today is, well, for me, it is going to be an old fashioned. That is one of my favorite drinks. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's pretty much my go-to drink. Is what I drink. I thoroughly enjoy it. And so here we go. So how do we make an old fashioned? Bree Sobers way, right? So I have everything I need pretty much to make it. So I have my whiskey, which is Four Roses. I do like Blanton's, but Blanton's is expensive, and so I'm not going to necessarily use Blanton's in an old fashioned. I would more use Four Roses for that. I have my black cherries. Of course, again, this is like my go-to drink, so I make it quite often. So I do have to get some more of these cherries. I have my orange bitters. And I have my brown sugar. I put brown sugar in my old fashioned. I don't know how you guys make it at home, but I don't like to use the syrup water. I actually use brown sugar. And my simple syrup, or triple sap, not simple syrup, triple sap, right? And I have my vanilla. Yes, I know, but I like how my old fashioned tastes with vanilla in it, so I put vanilla. And of course, I have my whiskey cubes. That I actually make my whiskey cubes. I don't use sink water when I'm making my cubes to put in my drinks or like my ice. Period. I use bottled water to make my ice with, right? So let's just get started. So the first thing I do is I will take, well, that's actually really big. So I'm coming, you guys. Okay. So I usually use this little pink half a teaspoon measuring thing for when I am making this drink. Because I do a half a teaspoon of the brown sugar in my drink. So kind of scoop it out like this. Nice little ball palette it makes. Dump it in there. And then I really don't measure my stuff out. I just like that little brown sugar cube I just put in there. I kind of like take the orange bitter and just make sure I like saturate it really good with it. So I'm like one of those people, I'm heavy with it. Yeah. And then now I will do like a little bit in the cap of the vanilla, because if you do like a full cap, sometimes it could be too much vanilla and you can really taste it. So I just do like a little bit, and I think like a half a teaspoon would be too much. So you can't really see it, but it's like just up to like the little first little turning thing. Drop that in there of my vanilla. And then I will do, what is this? A half a teaspoon. A half a tablespoon. That's what this is. A half a tablespoon. Not a lot. Of the triple sap. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's what I put in here. And so then, I just kind of like give my glass a good little swish around. And so now with my whiskey, right? I don't know if you can see this line, but I will typically fill my whiskey glass to like right here. Um, on the glass. I want to believe like this may be a double shot of what the whiskey is. I don't have one of those little shot glasses to measure, so this is what I use. And so I will use this Four Roses is what I use of my whiskey. Put it in there. And I typically take this same half a teaspoon little measuring thing, and I just kind of like mix my drink up with it, right? So we're just stirring and stirring and stirring. Okay, I'm gonna show you what it looked like. It looks like this so far, right? Not bad, right? And then I like to use the syrup from the Cherries to give my whiskey a little bit more of a browning color. And I just kind of like pour it in there. That's what I do. So I will do a half a teaspoon of that syrup. Now give it a good little mix again. And so it's pretty much ready at this point. You see how it's gotten a little darker now that I've added that. And so now it's time to add my ice cube, right? These whiskey cubes, again, when I'm making my whiskey cube, I don't use sink water or faucet water, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't come from the faucet. I actually use bottled water. Regular distilled or spring water you can use to make your cubes. Me personally, that's what I like to do. So that's just what I do. You don't have to do your stuff how I do it, but that's what I do. So now I'm going to take one of my cubes and see my cube and slip it in my cup. Whoop. Swish my cup around with the whiskey in it. And now I am going to add some cherries. Get some of the sauce in there. You guys can see that. Cherry kind of fell to the bottom, but it's okay. So swish it around, give the cube a little while in my drink. And did you guys see how once you add the ice, how it goes, your drink goes from being here, down here, which is where mine was, right? To like here. So you really don't need a whole lot. And again, keep in mind that when you're drinking an old-fashioned, it is a sipping drink. It is not a drink that you're going to be guzzling down and nothing like that. This is supposed to you're supposed to at least have it for a while, right? While you're conversating and talking, you're supposed to be able to at least hold on to this drink for a while. They are really good. So you may find yourself 2 in, 3 in, but I caution you when you're drinking these to really sip on it. Some drinks are made for you to sip, and an old-fashioned is definitely that drink. You don't want to have too much of these type of drink anyways, dealing with whiskey and calling yourself getting behind a car and driving. You always want to be safe. I'm making this at home, so I'm in my home, so if I had another one, I'm okay. But usually, when I'm out and about, I do have like a 2 drink minimum. If I'm drinking an old fashioned, it's really like a 1 drink. If I'm drinking some wine or something, I'll do 2 drinks because I'm driving. So always remember to drink responsibly when you're out, because I would truly hate for anyone watching this to get into an accident or anything to happen. So just drink responsibly. But that's it, you guys. This is my old fashioned. That's how I make it. So now we're just going to wait for the ladies to get here. And then once the ladies get here, we are going to start the conversation. It's going to be a really great conversation. I hope you guys come back and join us. I can't wait for you guys to hear all that we have to say. So come back here with me, Bree Sobers. Have a seat with us, indulge in, get your drink. Indulge into the conversation corner that we're going to be shooting every weekend from my home, and we're going to be discussing different topics. Tonight's topic is going to be Black relationships, so see you then, or see you in a few. Bye, guys.